Okay, yes, I see my face. Good job, Vinny. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Good job. Yeah, we'll see. You know what? I mean, you know what I really want? I want to just grab a hold of her and slow dance to a Journey song. That's it. Like a ballad, a slow Journey ballad. That's it. Bucket list over. You wouldn't understand that shit, Vinny. You're too young. Go study Journey and then go find a girl, would you? Okay, hold on. Say, hey, turn my mic on when we go live. Don't forget. All right. Hello, everybody, and indeed, welcome to another edition of the ChicagoTonyV Show. Specifically, welcome to episode 190 of our show for, let's see, Friday, October 29th, 2021. Bucking Bronco, doing this new thing, doing this thing we've, decided to branch out into. I'm not going to lie. It's, can you guys hear me? My mic's on, right? Oh, God. I can't do these one a week with the Deer Slayer, right? It's too stressful. It's too stressful. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to this whole new world for our show. It's so lovely. I can't tell you. Now, I have so much going on behind the scenes, right? I got to do this morning. I had to do a quick changeover from Reddit over to Twitch/YouTube/Twitter, and there's a lot of work behind the scenes. Now everything else I've done for this show, right, is solo. Now Vincenzo set me all up. He did all the equipment and all that stuff. But then when I live stream, solo. So these days are weird because now I gotta Vinny is, what is he? My pilot? God, I hope not. No, my co-pilot maybe. So it's just unsettling. I'll get used to it. Plumber talks about candles here. This is interesting. I've thought the candles might actually be a nice touch in this place, but I also don't want to burn the place down. You know what I mean? It's a tough thing. Plumber's ready with his fancy tablecloth. That's good. I mean, if there's one thing I've done, right, people, it's create some sort of ambiance. There's at least that. So again, I want to remind everybody, because I forgot to hit record because I'm all flustered, that we're recording episode 190 of our show for our October 29th, Friday, 2 days before Halloween by my count. And we've had a rip-roaring time already. It's funny to have a live stream going and see you guys, all your comments going already. That's been really interesting. Really, really interesting. Tank says, if I did a Twitch with candles, my beard would engulf in flames. Tank, maybe you can help me at some point, because it's really looking like at some point I might need to do the transition that many, many dudes need to go through. And this is probably a transition that you've already gone through, it seems like, Tank. This is I gotta go bald on top, beard on bottom. Now, I'm not so sure I'm gonna I might do a high and tight, just a nice high and tight beard. I don't know. But that's breaking new ground for me. Are all guys nervous about this sort of thing? See, my challenge, I don't say this to be conceited or whatever, but my thing is I have a gigantic, brain, let's face it, which means I have a gigantic dome. So I don't know if I'm going to look ridiculous and silly or not. I guess there's one way to find out. Tank's been doing no shave November since 2015. Did it like start with a thing? Like, don't people do that for charity, right? They do, you know? Or is it, what is it, locks of love? Do people like shave? People don't need fake beards, right? They need wigs. Can you take facial hair and make a wig out of it? Maybe for like Albert Einstein costumes at Halloween. I could see how you could make an Albert Einstein wig out of Chicago Tank facial hair. I think that would work. What the hell am I talking about? Oh, see, here's where it's at. Tank says, I saw a pic that had a balding spot, and I shaved my head immediately. Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you, people. I've seen several. Now, Plumber has an interesting comment. Almost 1 year, Tony. What are you thinking about for your 1 year accomplishment? Well, what do you mean? Like, Plumber, are you saying, do I need to be thinking about some sort of celebration? Or do you mean, like, how am I reflecting back on it? What do I think? What do I think of this now in hindsight? Mammy's in the house. Good morning, Mammy. Good to see you, dear. She says, hi, pepperonis. It's been quite a year, Plumber. I mean, what's so amazing about this whole thing is, I never saw it coming. I've talked about it dozens of times. This is one gigantic happy accident. It really is. It's been completely life-changing. I mean, the literal course of my life has changed because I got on Reddit and decided to goof around because I was lonely. You guys, you've heard the story. So Plumber wants to hear both. Like, what am I going to do to celebrate? You know, I've been thinking, I would like to run this past you guys. I've been thinking, without getting too specific, I have an idea with this new platform because we can bring people in almost like we can phase people in and out of almost like a dynamic Zoom call. I have this idea of little special events we can do. I have this idea of doing a game show on this platform. It could be super fun. And I think it would be fun to pit some of my podcasting friends against some of you pepperonis. It could be pepperonis v podcasters. And we could create a couple little teams, do my game show idea, and just have a rip-roaring time. I want to try something like that. Now, a guy like me, I have to be careful about biting off more than I can chew. You know, I'm an idea person. And then when I have an idea, you know, they tend to be stretch goals, right? They tend to be stretch goals. You know, I just want to go. I'm a go big or go home. That's just the way I am. So, but I want to try this game show thing. I've already been in talks with my audio guy, Lucenzo. By the way, I heard Lucenzo might be watching on the live stream this morning. I heard it through the grapevine. Lucenzo, if you can see this, good morning. I hope to not swear because I don't want to pollute your beautiful little mind. But Lucenzo has said, hey, I want a job on your game show thing. I saw him in the neighborhood. I was telling him about my game show idea. Cough button. So I want to do that. That would be a way to celebrate the year anniversary. And then but then in terms of how do I reflect, like in terms of an accomplishment, to be totally honest, thank you, Plumber. No bad words. I think that's a good idea. Let's see. I'm really proud, actually, Lucenzo's going to get tank banned. Lucenzo, if you're watching, look, you made it to the episode. Your name is even on the screen. You're internet famous. Let's see. I'm really proud and it's surprised, and I guess mostly I'm so grateful. You guys, I've said it before. It's kind of hard to convey, especially in these times that we're in now, right? It's so easy to hole up and sit around by yourself and just have no interaction. And what you guys give me is you give me a reason every single morning to fire up all this freaking technology that I'm surrounded by and to just have fun. And as you guys know, you're becoming dear friends. This is all, I guess what people are watching on a live stream is like they're just watching some guy like kind of hit the internet lottery or something. It's weird. But anyway, I am proud because there is an element of, I was saying to someone on the Discord, I think it was Salty, you know, that like this is, I see this very much as a co-production. I mean, could you imagine me just sitting here staring into a camera and just talking, like without all you guys, without your input and all that stuff? So it's a co-production. It's not just me. If this show were just me, go over like a fart in church, right? You're not supposed to do that. So anyway, so I'm proud, Plumber, you know. It's a good feeling. Now, it was funny. A lot of my podcasting friends, you know, they talk about seasons, you know. I'm in season 1. I'm in season 2 of my podcast. And I think sometimes, you know, people get burned out. I totally get it. People get burned out. That's understandable. And sometimes I think they run out of ideas a little bit and they just need a little break. So they just say, okay, this is season 1. And then when they get their energy back, now starts season 2, you know. There's no rules to podcasting. I was thinking the other day, it's like, I think my seasons, I'm going to do 1,000 episodes per season. After 1,000 episodes, I'm going to take a little break, a little vacation. Tank says the Don is always in season. I love it. I love it. I have been very careful to, you know, design this workflow, you know, with help. I couldn't do this by myself, but design this workflow where it's very easy for me to do. Oh, Lady Letter Carrier says, am I here? You are definitely here, dear. Welcome. Congratulations. Lady, you know, you're actually passing interesting little tests, like probably without knowing it. You know, so what happens when we know there's a real pepperoni, when someone, you know, for whatever reason gets bit by the bug, right? Here's what it looks like. What you start doing is you start changing your life a little bit, and you start going through some hardships and challenge so that you can still be a part of things. You know, like on my end, I did this by, I mean, all the, you know, I got to sit here and do this. But for you guys, you know, it's challenges like, well, hell, getting up in time. Some people would rather be sleeping. Some people are on their day off. Some people are on their day off. And, uh-oh. Lady says, why can't I hear the stream? I don't know. You got me. That's one I can't do. Can everyone else hear the stream? Oh, Amber wants Robo to help Lady Letter Carrier. That's weird. There's a mute button, says Salty. Look at you guys being my tech help. Anyway, this is actually perfect example. So Lady is going through hardships, right, to be a part of this thing. And it's always so strange to see these types of things, right? Some people will change their days around, you know, get up early on their day off. I know at least one person who probably would love to be sleeping in right now. She's off today, or he. And here we are. Okay, so lady is running YouTube for sound. Does that mean you have 2 streams going? Oh, that's going to help my numbers. What are my numbers? I don't even know how this works. Anyway, you know, it's funny. Let me see what I got. I was kicking around this morning. I was kicking around on Reddit, and it's always funny with this idea of live streaming. It's always, and especially in Reddit because it's such the Wild West. It's always funny for me to eyeball, okay, like who's my competition? Like what's going on? What am I up against? And depending upon what's there and how you look at it, well, I think we had a letter the other day. A guy was like, I want a live stream, but I can't lose out to a freaking whatever, a cat. Well, experience will tell you if there's a live stream of just a cat sitting there, you're going to lose. That's going to be the top live stream on Reddit. But I caught a couple live streamers before I went live on Reddit for the pre-party. I just snapped a couple of these and I just found them interesting. I think it's just an interesting cross-section. Watched him for a little while. He wasn't saying much of anything. Well, I'm going to talk way more than he does. And then also, I just have more reasonable headroom, right? My head is not like down here at the very bottom like his was. It's a game of inches, right? And you're competing for people not to, you know, flip the thing. Spotify listeners right now are just wondering, why the hell would I ever listen again? And that's fine. I hope you do listen again. I'm trying to maybe draw a picture with my words. But there was another interesting one. Stepped out of the ocean or something like that while he was doing that. So I was looking at this Google Maps guy, and I'm thinking to myself,
Call from RoboCat.
RoboKitty, how are you this morning?
Good. Tony, there's some technical difficulties.
Oh no, what's going on?
So in your Twitch stream,
Yeah.
you're getting stepped on by Reddit live streams. So you keep cutting out and like superimposed over you is these Reddit live streams.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's something on your end.
Robo, those are videos I'm playing, dear.
Wait.
Yeah.
Then is your audio out of sync with your video? Because you're
Maybe.
talking about some other crap and
No kidding.
But yet like, and then it keeps cutting back to you and you're just going on talking about whatever.
Well, first of all, RoboKitty, thank you for coming to my rescue. Yes, this is actually on purpose. Now if the audio is very far out of sync, then that's a big problem. Oh, wait a minute. Now I know. I know what it is, dear.
Okay.
Here, while you're on the phone, I'm going to play another one. This is, oh God, I feel so dumb. Hold on. This might make more sense. All right. Is everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
I apologize to everyone. Why didn't Vince fucking text me on this shit? See, he's not even sitting in front of his computer. I know it.
Vinny, the deer slayer?
Yeah.
You're relying on him?
Well,
he's probably slaying a deer.
I mean, God damn it. All right,
Probably in the woods.
So you're watching the stream right now. Obviously, I'm sure there's a delay between the phone and what you're watching on the computer. If you don't mind, if you would watch this deer with volume, because now I think I'm going to fix. Let me try one. I was going to talk about this other live streamer. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, and now on the live stream, you can hear me talking now.
Yes,
yeah.
I hear you talk. Well, I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me unmute this. Okay, now.
Oh my God.
Right.
Now it probably makes way more sense. So what happens?
Let me refresh my screen. Maybe the timing will be on if I refresh the screen.
Yeah, it could be. Hopefully. I'm showing this other live streamer who didn't do any talking, but he would walk up into the camera and like stare into it. He was just, I don't know how many drugs this guy had done, but he looked like he was having a good time.
This guy's got a man bun.
Yeah. Yes, he does. RoboKitty, God bless you for call. This would have. This was horrible. Fucking.
Well, we were all yelling at you in the.
See, I can't.
The comments, and you were just like la-di-da.
I can't see the comments right now because I'm in this video thing. Fucking, I still have not gotten a text from that idiot. He's supposed to. Oh God, Robo. God bless you for calling. I mean, really, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, what a shit show that was. The Spotify
the first one that superimposed you was this guy, and I actually saw his thing the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. When I told you I'm scrolling through the live streams, which I haven't done in like ages since I started watching you, which is like whatever. I haven't scrolled through live streams.
I love it. Keep it
and
up.
I did the other day, just so you know. And I did the other day, and I saw that guy that everybody's like, oh, look at the Taliban, which is like super racist, but I'm on board. But he's actually from India.
Yeah.
But he's like really awkward, and he started talking about the coronavirus, and I was like, no. Why do I even try and deviate? Tony's is the only one.
Robo, yeah, 100% correct. You know, it's hard for me. I've never run a cult before. I'm doing my very best. And
I think that you, this is all by design, and you know exactly what you're doing. That's what I think.
Hey, do you feel like going through some mailbag?
Sure.
You have something? You have time?
By the way, this is how it happens. All the cult leaders, they always say that they don't have a cult.
Well,
they always say that they're different.
Is it bad being a cult leader? I mean, as long as you don't serve Kool-Aid or something, right? I don't want to do that.
Well, I'm thinking it's creeping up. You know, I don't think that any of those people went into a cult thinking that they were going to drink Kool-Aid. So.
Hey, yeah, probably so. Well, you know what we need to do? We need to have someone in our group that can let people know somehow objectively if they've gone a little bit too far. Like if they're just getting, okay, you're enjoying this a little too much. You need some other friends. Except, I don't know. I don't know if I like that idea. Maybe I want to have a cult. Hey, before we get into the mailbag, dear, I'm curious. Did you spend any time yesterday trying to figure out where I live?
No, why should I have?
Oh, I didn't know if you were accidentally given a clue or not. I didn't know.
I was super busy yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
Oh.
You weren't accidentally given a clue. There is nothing related to that question at all. And it's just totally random. It's totally random.
I know what I'm doing today.
I never asked a thing. Okay, let's see. I'm really sorry to everyone. Oh my gosh. Just think, if Lucenzo, my audio guy, is watching this, which I heard that he might be because it's a YouTube live stream, he just saw really one of his neighborhood idols just shit the bed, and he just heard some foul language from me. This is horrible, Robo. I'm a bad person.
Lucenzo's the little one, right?
Yeah, he's my. He did the audio for my piano things.
Gotcha. Right.
If I do this,
He's 10.
I think he's 10 years old. Yeah, he might be 11 by now.
Those kids should start working young, learn some responsibility.
He wants a job. He's dying for a job, so I think he's going to be my Vanna White during the ChicagoTonyV game show things that I'm going to do a little bit. It's going to be awesome. Okay, are you ready for a letter, dear?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Dear Tony, this is a long shot, but I wanted to get your thoughts. My wife has battled her weight for all her adult life. We've been married for 23 years, and I've seen her try every diet under the sun and more or less fail. I recently confronted her because I love her and I'm worried about her health. I don't want to go into retirement someday as a single person. I want to enjoy that phase of life with her. Well, she took it to heart and promised to do something about it, which I'm very grateful for. The only problem is the action she chose to take. She decided to try one of the liquid-only diets. This thing has her drinking shakes only for up to 3 months. In my opinion, this is just another fad approach that will lead nowhere but down. I mean, what does she eat after she's completed the program? I want her to stop this nonsense, but I don't want to discourage her from trying something. Do you have any ideas? This is from a concerned hubby in Alabama. Wow, quite a letter. What do you think, Robo dear?
I have questions, though. I mean, has she seen a doctor?
Right. I mean, that's a very good question. I mean, certainly. Well, first of all, let's start from this angle. Just on its surface, something that's a liquid-only diet for 3 or 4 months, are we just generally a fan of that, whether or not there's a doctor involved? Let's say there is a doctor involved. What do you think about that in general?
I don't think so.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I can't see how. I mean, for what? Like, maybe if you are some kind of like you do some kind of competition, like, like let's say you're Hugh Jackman and or what's his name, Christian. Let's say you're Christian Bale and you're prepping for The Machinist,
right?
And your trainer's like, yeah, you have to go on a liquid diet so you look like a Holocaust victim or something. Like these people, they do this as a job. So
yes.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Is the stream still running?
Who knows? Who cares? I'll just talk to you.
Oh, no, because it stopped on my computer.
Oh, did it? Oh, God.
But,
I don't know.
Yeah, so, but as a normal person, I mean, that doesn't sound right. I mean, I don't see, if you're going for the long term, why would you need to do it that quickly? And then you're going to go back to food. So let's say the liquid diet made you lose 20 pounds in a week at the start.
Yeah.
Why do you need that jump start anyway? Why don't you just do it and lose the 10 pounds,
Yeah, you got to do it.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Right. Mammy has a really good comment here. She says it's not sustainable and it's a temporary fix doing a liquid diet. I think that's it in a nutshell. So I think this hubby is probably right in just thinking, oh man, why is she going about it this way? Why not kind of get to the crux of the thing? Sofa also had an awesome comment. He says, thanks for calling the Tony V Show. Now let's talk about X-Lax. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, but then how does he, I mean, like, so my mother actually, when I was in, about second grade, so my mom has battled her weight her whole adult life. And when I was in second grade or so, she did one of these liquid diets, and it was like for 3 or 4 months, and she lost a ton of weight. I think Oprah Winfrey did this too. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. I think so. But, this is before the keto craze.
Yes.
So people were still trying all these fad diets, and none of them would work.
Yes.
This is obviously more than a fad diet because the whole world is doing it and it's working for them.
I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. So, I mean, yeah, you and I just happen to be We're low carb people. You've been a low carb person for a while. I'm thick headed and kind of half an idiot, so it took me a while to get there, but it's going very well. Now but the question is, like, how does this guy kind of intervene with his wife? I think it's a very touchy thing because, you know, I'm sure just like any person that's overweight, hell, I'm one of those people. It's like you're emotional about it, right? You're embarrassed, you're emotional. So I'm sure that he's going to have to, you know, be careful. Or would you just tell it like it is, Robo?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
be careful what he says, you mean?
Well, yeah, take care to like be gentle with her as he tries to redirect her.
I don't know. That really depends on her personality and their you know, relationship dynamic. I mean, some people need that, and some people, you know, I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mammy has an idea here. Hubs could try to get his lady interested in activities like walking, hiking, step challenge. Yeah, that's all good stuff.
I can only go by what I've seen, and I know that my best friend lost 100 pounds, and she started walking a little bit more every day, and she started to lose a little bit. And then she started to eat healthier, and then she cut out the carbs, and then she started counting calories later on. And I did a mini version of that because I was seeing that my metabolism had changed when I hit 35, you know, 37 now. So
yeah,
I was like, oh, and I got right on it, but I've never really had issues with food. It's never been a problem for me. It's never been an addiction, you know, so I don't know I know what it's like to deal with drug addiction, and that's horrible. So I can't imagine how bad it is with food, which is socially acceptable. I mean, but you know, my friend, she struggles with food. She just wants to eat and eat and eat, and she has trouble stopping herself. So she went all out, but she just started like that. She started with the walks, and then she cut out the carbs. I mean, but if this woman has truly tried everything and nothing's worked, I wonder if she's seen a doctor. Maybe it's a hormonal issue.
Yeah. Now, when my mom did this liquid diet thing, now, granted, it was decades ago. I mean, it was in conjunction. She had a doctor. It was like a straight up doctor. I'm assuming probably you can still find a doctor today that will, you know, and I think she's definitely better off doing something with a doctor's help as opposed to just willy-nilly by herself. But it feels like she's barking up the wrong tree. I really do. Yeah, as we sit here today, I think like low carb is something you and I can both attest to, you know.
I wonder if she's going to liquid diet, and then she's probably, the next thing she's going to think of is the surgery. And I actually worked with somebody briefly that I went and I was working in a pharmacy, light duty. And when I got there, this woman was prepping to have the what's it called, where they like put a
gastric
thing around your stomach,
lap band, gastric bypass, something like that.
Yeah, the lap band. And so for like months before the surgery, and then while I was working there, in the middle of it, she went out, she had the surgery, came back to work, and she had a list, and we used to cook there. We had a kitchen in the pharmacy, so we'd do our 4 hours of work a day, and the rest would be cooking. And I'm looking at her diet, and it was so restrictive before. During, she could eat nothing. She was basically on a liquid diet. Afterwards, for the next like 2 years, she had a schedule of what she could eat. And I'm like, why didn't she just do keto? Like, and she said that her problem is that she has addiction to eating. But she did this liquid diet, and this diet plan she had was more restrictive than keto was. So I guess she said she tried keto and she couldn't control herself. But like,
wow.
The only thing that she could do to control herself was to be told it was life or death and get the surgery. And then it was like, well, you can't eat this because you could die. And so,
yeah.
But she might as well have just done keto, which would have been easier than this and less invasive.
You know, I have two sort of distant relatives, sort of distant-ish, two female relatives who both did the gastric bypass, right? They both lost a significant amount of weight, and they both became alcoholics afterwards.
Alcoholics? Why?
You know what I think it was, Robo? I think it switched from one addiction to another. I think they were probably like the way they approached food probably was all about the dopamine pathway and all that stuff. I mean, I think food can be a drug, low level, not as powerful as some of the others, but I just think they both switched over. Now, one of them was so bad, she had a horrible time. She got, and neither of them were alcoholics before that, to my knowledge. I believe that neither of them were. Now, one of them ended up, she was in prison. She got arrested with DUIs so many times. She spent time in prison. And then she died from alcoholism. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. Wait, you said she died?
Yeah, she did die. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I guess I don't. I mean, I know it was related. It was due to this alcoholism thing, but I guess I don't know details past that. But yeah, it's a weird thing. But yeah, I still don't know how he can approach his wife. But God love him. You can tell he's a supportive guy. He cares about her. That's going to go a long way. It just, I think that's maybe.
I don't know. I know a lot of people who lost weight with keto diet, and they were satisfied with the stuff they were eating.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say in the letter whether she tried that. He said she's tried all these diets, but he didn't mention that.
Right.
And also didn't mention if she saw a doctor.
Yeah. On the keto tip, by the way, RoboKitty. So I wanted to run something past you since we're talking keto. I thought about you last night, which is super rare for me, by the way. I took my niece to dinner, right, at this place that I had never been to. And when you're trying to eat a certain way, and then when you're going to go to dinner at a place that you don't necessarily know, you start to get a little worried. It's like, am I going to be able to whatever? And so anyway, I ended up, what I did was I got a steak salad. It's like a steak on top of a big salad. So this was, in my mind, it's like, this is perfect because it's pretty much what I've been eating every day, right? Now they had, it was like a roasted garlic dressing or something like that. I like garlic, So I thought, there it is. Now, the first thing I should have done is I should have said dressing on the side. That's my mistake. But the thing I noticed when eating this salad, there was so much sugar in this salad dressing. Like I felt like I was eating candy. And I think it was because I just have been completely off sugar for like 3 weeks now. Have you ever had that?
You didn't necessarily enjoy it, right? Yeah, I mean, a lot of food has a lot of sugar in it. I mean, a lot of dressings like that have a lot of sugar. But now for the future that you could ask them what kind of dressing it is and what they have. Yeah,
I should have thought of that. I should have had it on the side. But you're right. It was not enjoyable. It did not taste good to me. It's like, oh my God, this is so overly sweet. But I thought to myself, I'll bet this is normal salad. I bet they haven't like overly sweetened it,
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah, you could really taste it now, right?
Yes.
I can taste the sugar in. Somebody at my job bought like these huge Costco packs of those, the little cups of like half and half that you open them up and pour them in your coffee.
Yeah.
And a box of those, which is like sugar. Well, it's no sugar added, but like lactose is sugar.
Right.
And it tastes like sugar to me. Those little packets now.
That's fascinating. Yeah. I'm settling in. I mean, I find this low carb thing to be, it feels really good. I feel better. I'm losing weight. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. So.
Yeah, but I'm worried about it sounds like the situation is dire with his wife. So I wish them luck. And, And, I mean, he's on Reddit, right? He's on the internet. He can start looking up all these. There's all these like subs that people show their food they made, like keto meals, and it just looks so good.
Okay, let's see. Oh, 7:45. Let's get to another. It's funny. The Money Pennies reached out and said, you got to rifle through a bunch of letters today. Here I'm only to the second one at 7:45. This is bad news. Okay. Dear Tony, my best friend, who is a gay man, recently confronted me about my boyfriend, who I've been with for 6 months. He told me I'm spending way too much time with the boyfriend and I'm ghosting my real friends. This makes me feel so sad. I thought he would be happy for me since I found someone I really love and just click with. I don't know what to do. My friends are really important to me, but I just have different priorities right now. I mean, everyone is allowed to fall in love, right? Isn't it normal to spend more time with a boyfriend when things are fresh and wonderful? If it matters, I'm 21 years old and my boyfriend is 23. What do you think? This is from Brianna from Fredericksburg, Virginia. What do you think, Robo Kitty?
I'm gonna be nice.
Okay.
Be nice. Be
All
nice.
right.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I just think it's ridiculous to be worried about that. Like, if you're obviously talking to your friends, because then you didn't really ghost them, and maybe do things as couples, or have outings, or invite your friends out to a dinner with you, your boyfriend, and your friends, or something. I just don't see why this is even an issue. But
I totally. Okay, so yes, to me, okay, this feels normal. Like Mammy says, oh, they're still in the honeymoon phase. Exactly. To me, it's very normal. I'm not saying it's like the healthiest way to be or whatever. Who knows? But it's if you're falling in love with someone, you want to hang out with them. It's part of the magic, It's like, it's a thing. You want to call them up. You want to know, you want to be with them. How was your day? Let's go to a movie, whatever. So this is all very normal. Now, the only thing that's unsettling is,
the friend sounds needy.
Maybe a little bit.
Needy, like go do your own thing. Why are you, worried about this? She's hanging out with her boyfriend. What do you care?
Yeah, kind of. I think there's maybe a small chance. Maybe we need to consider the possibility that maybe the friend is, very intuitive. Maybe he knows her very well. Maybe they've been friends forever. And maybe he can see like, oh, this doesn't seem the best for her. Maybe there's something like that. So I think she needs to consider it. But I think it's totally natural and fine. Freaking enjoy it. Enjoy the roller coaster ride. Surf on the rainbow for as long as you can.
There you go.
Yeah. Tank says, my brother is in that smitten phase with his girlfriend. He's only been over like three to four times in the past year. Guess what? I got the fuck over it. Tank has forgotten that there might be a 10-year-old watching the stream today.
I don't know if these people live with their parents or what, but let's say this friend that has an issue with it, let's say he doesn't live with his parents. He could just invite them over.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it seems like this is easily remedied, right? If it's a real problem, yes, invite the friends over, have a little dinner party. And it sounds also...
But you get caught up in the drama. That's the thing. They're getting caught up in drama. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's just like, oh, she's hanging out with her boyfriend. Oh, maybe I'll invite them over to do something. Instead of being like, I can't believe what's happening here.
Right.
How could she do that?
Totally.
She's not calling me. She's not... It's like, just shut up and invite them over or go bowling or something.
Yeah, it's a non-issue. This is easy. If this is the worst problem she ever has, it's going to be smooth sailing.
Easy peasy, go bowling.
Yeah, go bowling. I love it. Plumber says, time to grow up. I used to have lots of friends. Things changed. Now I spend time with my family and I work. No time for anyone else. Yeah, and I think that's the natural progression of things. It really is. So she needs to not worry about it too much and,
right.
Get on with it. Okay, let's see. Okay, next letter. Hey, Tony, did you hear that there is talk of a woman playing the next James Bond? I read Emma Watson mentioned as one of the possible actors to play him. What do you think? This is from Ed from Boston. First of all, RoboKitty, who the hell is Emma Watson? I'm betting you have a better idea than I do.
She's let me see what else she was in. I'll tell you who she was. Let's see, Emma Watson. Is she the one from Harry Potter?
You know, that's ringing a bell.
Hermione,
Hermione,
yeah, she's
was
the
she
chick
Hermione?
from Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so she was Hermione from Harry Potter. Okay. I'll try to be. Here's my first thoughts. Now,
Amber, that's cute.
Wait a minute. Amber's 7-year-old just crawled in her lap.
Crawled in my lap.
Yeah. Okay. So we have possibly a 10-year-old. I'll follow up with him in the neighborhood next time. Probably on Halloween with Lucenzo. And now we have a 7-year-old in the. Okay, let's keep it clean, everybody. Keep it clean. That's cute, Amber. What the heck were we talking about, RoboKitty?
We were talking about James Bond.
Emma Watson, James Bond. Okay.
So is her name going to be Jamie Bond?
Well, who knows? I mean, who knows? One would really need to look into this, and I refuse to spend my time reading the news. I just can't do it. I have time. There's only so much time in life, and I can't really worry about who the next James Bond is going to be. I will just note that unless I'm missing something, RoboKitty, I'm pretty sure that all the previous James Bonds were gentlemen. So I would just note that that's going to be quite a departure. And I'm trying to picture Hermione. Presumably, if she's playing James Bond, she's not going to have all her spells and shit in her witch's wand.
You just call her Hermione?
Hermione, wasn't that the character's name in
Hermione? Oh, is that how you say it? I don't know. I never watched Harry Potter.
I watched a couple of them. Anyway, so
I always just thought it was phonetic. Hermione.
Oh, Hermione. Maybe it is. I thought they
Hermione.
said the name in the movies, though. I can't remember.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, next letter. Who cares? I mean, I don't care.
Oh, no, let's not be mean, though. I mean, these people are a fan, you know what I mean? But.
Well, if Ed is from Boston, let's face it, he probably just gets, hell, he probably gets beat up once a week if he's from Boston, but certainly verbally abused probably every day. Especially
I guess I'm just sick of it because it's been in the news, like people complaining about them changing the genders and races of characters that have been long-standing, and so because of that, I'm like sick of like the argument, and which I think that's what this is about. Yeah.
Now, see, that's why I don't read the news, so I was not aware that there was a big hullabaloo. Amber makes the point. Yeah. Have we missed Tank's music homework? It seems like.
Yeah. What did he? It's Evanescence.
Oh, did he already list it?
Yeah, I think so.
I gotta go through this. Maybe that was while all this. I still have no text from Vincenzo. Vinny, this is proof that Vinny, freaking text my phone if you're listening to this. If I don't get a text, it proves that you're off. Lord knows, he's probably playing Fortnite.
If he doesn't have a fillet of beer for you to put in your freezer.
Oh, you know what?
After this, then
you know what?
Fired.
Robo, next Sunday. Let's see, not this coming Sunday, the next one. I'm going deer hunting.
Ooh.
And
I could never.
And I will. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. So I'll bring you.
Okay.
I'll bring you some next time I see you. Next time.
I can't see you killing a deer. I just can't.
You don't have to see it.
I feel like the last minute you'd be like, "Oh, I can't do this."
I do have a.
Not that I'm preaching or something. I mean, I eat meat. I just can't kill them myself.
I
can
have a
fish, though, and
I have a
shellfish.
backup sniper unless just in case I lose my nerve. So
Are you like King Louis? Like they're all getting it for you, and then they tell the whole court that you caught it.
pretty
But
much
literally, like all
it's
these people did it for you.
it's very possible. That's what last year was. That's what last year was.
Are you hunting on horseback with beagles?
No, no. Although I haven't hunted off horseback. I have hunted with beagles though. But again, hunting is a strong term. Really, what I do is I do photo ops with real hunters, and I try to spread the lore that that I'm a real man. Anything I'll do to confuse people, right? I think I'll do it. Yeah, this is Thank You has a good one. Deer hunting with Tony. 3 guys go in, only 2 come out. There we go. Yeah. So no, I think this will be on foot. But what I really enjoyed now, what I will do, I did last year, and I will participate in the whole butchering of the deer. So I might not be the guy that shoots it. Maybe I will. But I will butcher the whole thing, and I thought that was totally cool. I thought going into last year, I thought this was going to be a big problem for me. I actually enjoyed it because it's like, well, let's face it, the thing's dead now. There's no changing that. But then also there's this feeling of, well, now I better make it count. It's like the Indians used to do. They, I think would pray over their kill, and kind of it was all about, let's use every part of this deer so we can justify what we just did. That sort of thing.
Can I change topics?
Yeah, go for it.
And okay, I'm gonna submit my own letter right now.
Oh God.
Dear Tony.
Yeah.
I've been searching for a comforter that's really warm, and I don't want to use down because it tortures ducks. But I can't find a winter down alternative comforter that is not all season. I want a heavy one. Does anybody have some ideas for down alternative, really warm comforters?
Please, everyone, please chime in, because I'm not going to be much help. Now, Robo, oddly enough, and I'm being totally serious, I'm being 100% serious, I've been in the exact same situation. I'm in the market for a new comforter, and I don't know where to go. Now, have you tried?
Heating is so expensive is the problem, and I want like something like a really warm blanket.
Yes. Have you tried and I don't know if this makes sense or not. I know you have an IKEA near you, right? Where have you looked so far?
Yeah, maybe I should try IKEA. Well, I keep looking online, and I'm like, and I see all these so I tried looking up reviewed comforters.
Yeah.
And the really warm ones are all down, and then it'll be down alternative, and so let's say it'll say like lightweight, medium weight, all season, and then ultra weight. And then all the ones that I looked at are ultra weight are not available. And then I'm looking on Amazon, and it's almost all season. And then they don't have if you look in the details, you don't see like the count, like there's a count for the filling, and then they don't say the count. So I just assume that it's like this lightweight comforter.
Yeah,
maybe I'll try Quilty. Sofa, Quilty.
Never heard of it. Quilty, is that like a website or something like that? It almost feels, doesn't it, Robo, like this would be a purchase you almost need to be in person, like to feel it. That's kind of why I like trying IKEA, because all that stuff will be there. I mean, honestly, if you figure out before I do, let me know, because like I said, I'm in the same thing. Now I have I believe, I guess I don't know for sure. I believe my current comforter is down. I've had it for it's just way too long. and it's, I guess technically there's nothing wrong with it, but just somehow I just decided recently, it's like, I don't know, I got to change it out. I just do. I want to do the whole nine. New comforter, new covered, blah, blah, blah.
I was disturbed. I was looking online yesterday, and I was like, it's like, oh, you can get this cruelty-free down alternative. And then I thought to myself, how is it that we have the option of just clicking a button, cruelty-free or cruelty-positive? And, like, they literally rip the feathers off these ducks. Oh, this is not child safe. You know what I'm going to say. Like, it's the worst, most torturous things, and then, like, they force feed them food to engorge their liver. I just don't understand how at a click of a button you could just choose, yeah, I'm going to go the cruelty route.
Right.
That messes me up.
I know. I don't know. It's one of those life questions we'll never know the answer. One of life's mysteries. Do you want to know another one of life's mysteries, Robo? For me, this is for me personally. I look at life and I say, why can't I just generally spend more time with Robo Kitty on the phone? But right now is one of those times. I got some shit I got to do. It hurts my heart.
Okay. I'm sorry, I changed gears and we had all these.
It's totally fine.
And now I'm just ranting about ducks.
No. There's always Monday. We can, and who knows? Maybe I'll fire up a live stream over the weekend and just churn through some letters for fun. I don't know.
Should we do one more?
Oh, it'll better be fast. Let me see, because I got to get up and go. Let's see. Okay, here's a fast. I'll try and do it fast. It doesn't look like a small letter. Dear Tony, my dad is a Hall of Fame athlete with a very recognizable name. If I told you, I'm sure you would know of him. Jesus, that's interesting. Being his daughter has been a super fun way to grow up, but now it's getting a bit tricky. I'm starting to get confused about the real intentions of boys who seem to like me and want to go out with me. I had 2 recent experiences where it became clear that they really wanted to date me because they were dying to meet my dad. Many boys grew up kind of idolizing him. Holy shit. Anyway, this has me a bit paranoid about a boy's true intentions. Should I be more secretive about who my dad is? How else could I be more careful about this ever happening again? This is from Tanya G. Tanya's got a famous dad, it sounds like, whose last name begins with G. It's got to be
Frankie wants to know if it's O.J. Simpson.
That would start with S. Yeah. Oh my God, that's a classic comment. That's actually classic. Jesus, I don't know. What do you think, Robo Kitty?
Well, if it's not that, it's something else. Yeah. Then you're like, oh, are they dating me because of my money? Or are they dating me because I'm hot and just want to sleep with me?
Right.
Or are they dating me because my dad's famous? So I guess the answer is you just got to get to know people, and you have to be, not every, you have to constantly be looking to see what their intentions are and skeptical, and it's a shitty way to live, but.
Yeah, I think this is probably par for the course. I'm sure she's not the first child of a famous person that has to deal with, all sorts of weird baggage that normal people don't have to. I love Ode to None's comment. Stop writing into shows about it, for one. Well, she stayed anonymous, though, so I don't see any. It is funny to think that there's some kid of some famous person who has heard our show. That's mind-blowing. Yeah, I would say I actually think just don't worry about it. It's par for the course. Use your instincts. Some of it's going to happen. I'm trying to think. Have I known...
What's this person's name whatever that they said? Their fake name or whatever?
Tanya G is how she signed.
Tanya.
Yeah.
It be like that sometimes. It sucks. but you just got to try and snip them out, the users, Yep. They might be trying to use you, and if it's not that, it's that, do they only want sex, or, and unfortunately you have to be suspicious about people's intentions.
Totally.
And if you're not, I don't know how good you are at seeing if somebody's trying to use you, but you got to just try and get a little more savvy about it.
Yeah.
And the first step is asking people like you're asking us what we think, and you get little tips, you know.
Totally.
I mean, some people are really smart and they're good liars. So you're not always going to be able to sniff them out. And it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means that they're smart. You know, smart people can be, assholes can be smart or they can be stupid. Sometimes you'll be able to tell that they're using you, and sometimes you find out the hard way, and sometimes there's just no avoiding that.
Yeah. Well put, Robo Kitty. The only other thought that comes to mind, and I got a boogie here in a second, but the only other thought is like, okay, so if her dad is this famous, everyone knows his name, Hall of Famer, then he probably has other friends who are like of that status, who probably have kids that she could reach out to and be like, hey, are you dealing with this problem too? You know?
Yes, probably your dad probably had, just like Tony said, maybe you have friends that are kids of your dad's friends.
Probably.
You could ask them what they do.
Yes, totally. I think.
And your dad probably has experience with that, because I'm sure everyone wants to be his friend. So ask his advice if you haven't already.
Excellent point. Excellent point, Robo Kitty. Oh my God. Very good. All right, listen, dear, I really have to go. I'm so glad you called today. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for saving my butt. Oh God. I got to follow up on that. Fucking.
On what?
On Vincenzo. I mean, what the hell?
Oh.
He's at the helm so that, you know, things like the sound always works and shit like that. Anyway, whatever. Water under the bridge. But thank you, everyone. Have a tremendous weekend, everybody. Have a tremendous weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourselves. Be good. Thank you for spending the morning with me. Thank you for a great week. I really appreciate it. I love you guys and I like you guys. I want to say a special hello, maybe, if Lucenzo, part of my team, is watching. Let's see, who else? Also Amber's
Chifafa.
Kids. Chifafa, yes, always hello to Chifafa.
She's anonymously in the stream watching under a fake name. We love you and we miss you, Chifafa.
I would love that tremendously. Also, Georgie Girl, of course. We hope she's doing
Georgie.
well. And
This is Georgie. Hope you're feeling okay.
Yeah, we're always thinking about you. Anyway,
and
yes.
Danny, right?
Georgie and Danny, yeah.
Georgie's what? Yeah.
Yeah, hello to Danny. That's a good one. Georgie's wife. Okay. Listen. Listen, everybody. Have a tremendous week. We love you. We like you. And RoboKitty wants to remind you of something until Monday.
Don't take any shit from anybody.
Robo, I could not have said that better myself. Okay, be good, everybody. See you later.